everyone. My name is Judi Rentas. Thank you for being here on another episode of The Final Walkthrough. We are excited to have here in the studio today a dear friend and the founder and owner of Nita Home Real Estate, Judi Rentas. Thank you so much for being here, Judi. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling great. This is amazing.
You're feeling great. You walked in, you're like amazed. You're like, what is this place?
This place is like heaven.
It's nice.
It's beautiful.
I feel like you can zone out here too. You can kind of like meditate a little bit here.
And it's so quiet.
And it's quiet. Like you can hear a pin drop.
Need a home.
Buy a home.
Get pre-approved first and then call Judi.
Right to the point. Right to the point. So let's get into it. I'm really excited to have you here. For those of you that don't know Judi, the story is amazing, right? You started with a family brokerage, right?
Yes.
Out of Chicago. And then a short while later, now you have your own company. So tell me a little bit about, how you got into real estate. I always say it's not every day that someone wakes up or as a little kid, 8-year-old, it's like, I want to be a realtor, right? So what was your life before real estate? How'd you get into real estate and the transition from just producer at a company to now having your own brokerage?
Okay, so originally I was supposed to be a nurse.
Nice.
I was in school, trying to be a nurse and stuff. And then my hubby says, babe, why don't you become a realtor? And at the time I was like, nah, forget you. I know what I want to do. I want to become a nurse. You can't tell me what I want to do. I was, I'm Latina, so you can't tell me what to do. So anyways, I gave it a shot because during that time, my dad, he had passed away of lung cancer. So I was like, I'm going to be a miserable nurse. Like, could you imagine me handling bad news? Like, I would be really bad at my job. I'll be like, nah,
Right.
on a serious note. But before I was actually a realtor too, I was working for AT&T, Sprint. I was always really good at sales.
The cell phone game.
Yes, the cell phone game, game.
I know a lot of agents that were killing it, like Sprint, with like the accessories and the insurance and the add-ons, and they were making a killing. So you know how to talk to people, huh?
I love people.
Yeah.
People love me.
Yeah. So who introduced you to real estate?
Shalom.
Your husband?
Yeah, because his mom was a managing broker.
Okay.
Shout out to Bessie Beltran.
Oh, I love her. Such a sweetheart.
Yes.
Such a sweetheart.
She was my managing broker, taught me the ropes, and then eventually I was like, I can do this by myself. So I was able to fast forward 5 years later, start my own brokerage, and it's been like clockwork.
Yeah.
Did I say clockwork?
What's the pros and cons of like working for a brokerage versus now, like you're the face? I assume you still do all the, ins and outs, the front and back end of stuff, right? What's the extra stuff you got to do now as a managing broker?
Honestly, the same thing, because when I was working under BB Realty, it was the same thing.
Right.
And then you had somebody over your head, going through stuff, reviewing stuff with you. I'm all in one for myself, so it's a little bit more harder, but
Okay.
nothing in life worth it.
But the reward
is
is a lot better.
It's so much better.
And is the goal to continue growing your brokerage, like getting other agents? Because I feel sometimes I've seen both. I've seen where it's just one individual agent. He's like, well, it's just my company. I work for myself. I have no interest in bringing on agents. They're like, I don't have time to train. I don't have time for drama.
Yeah.
But is that kind of the similar route you want to take? Or eventually do you want to build like more agents under you?
So I just want to worry about myself right now, because I feel like it's a little hectic having a group, growing a group. And as a mom, a wife to be, it's like I already have a lot of stuff in my plate. So if I'm doing that, that's less attention I'm going to pay to my clients.
Right.
And I love my clients. So
You never know though. Down the line, you might all of a sudden bring on an office manager or another agent or something.
Yeah, if I blow up.
But that's good. That's good that you're kind of taking it that route, because a lot of times people assume that if you're going to go on your own, it's to grow a team, and not necessarily.
Yeah.
Right? You can still do it all yourself and not just be a brokerage. It's just more, more money in the pocket.
And then Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam likes to
Uncle
pop
Sam
in
don't like
once a
me.
year. Yeah, see, agents, I feel bad. You guys are 1099.
It sucks.
It sucks.
No medical.
Yeah,
I could die right now.
Okay, no, not
I'm just kidding.
Not
I'm
here.
just kidding.
Enrique, no, not here.
No workers' comp.
Exactly.
I am the workers' comp.
Yeah. So you have to put that in place. You know, a lot of little maybe side hustles or just get more business. Let's talk about the market a little bit.
Yeah.
As of today, we're end of September. Rates are finally dropping. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Thank you, Jesus.
It was rough, man. It has been a rough few months.
I know.
It got tough.
It was. People were freaking out, but it's like, okay, interest rates go up and down, right? And it's you're paying interest rate on your car, like what, 8%, 10%, and then you're paying 100% on rent.
Renting right off the gate. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
So interest rates is something I feel like you can always change down the line when you refinance, but securing the home.
And look how fast it was, right? So I remember like towards the end of last year, high 7s, 8s were going out. And if you would have maybe bought back then, now we're in the high 5s, low to mid 6s. You can refinance. You've been in the position right now to refinance. But what happens when you wait, right? You're not going to take the 8, right? But now when the national media, because it's all over the news. I've seen on Facebook, Instagram, the news, the newspaper, the neighbors talking about it. Everyone's talking about how rates are coming down. So what happens now? More buyers come into the pool.
Yeah.
So now that one house that maybe when rates were 8%, you could have got at list price, maybe $5,000-6,000 more if there's another competing offer. But now when rates are like in the high 5s, you think there's going to be more competition?
Heck yeah. There's buyers who don't even care about the rate.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're like, oh, who cares? You know, I'm still a solid buyer or whatever. Not all buyers are solid, by the way.
Yeah.
No shade. But there is a lot of competitive buyers out there. Even people that are waiving appraisal gaps and they don't care.
You might start seeing those things.
I've seen them already.
Yeah.
Yes, it started.
It's starting already.
It started.
So how do you coach your clients then? Because one of the things that, when we have clients, first of all, I love when we have clients because like you work with coachable clients, you work with clients that understand the process. And sure, do we have to repeat it 1 or 2 times so they can get it for sure? But talk to me about that process of a coachable client versus a non-coachable client. And some people might think and say, well, you only want me to do what you want to do, but it's not that. It's the way to get the house, right?
Yes, no, it's true. A coachable client is somebody that's going to be, willing to learn. Like, I've obviously done a bunch of deals, and a coachable client knows that if my pre-approval is at $300K, I have no business looking at things $300K and above.
Right.
That's a coachable client. An uncoachable client is, hey, girl, this hit the market. It's 500,000. Can you work your little magic? Work your little magic and get it for me $300K? Nah, girl, you're going to make me look bad. That's not going to happen. So that's an uncoachable, unrealistic client.
Yeah.
And what I'm always going to do is put my clients in position to win. I can't put you in position to win. You're putting yourself in position to be Delulu.
Yeah.
Because that's not going to happen.
Delulu.
Yes.
Yes. We don't like Delulu clients.
No Delulu. You got to listen, be coachable because, results is my specialty and this is what it is. You have no business. If your pre-approval is at $300K, you have no business looking at things above or even at that. I recommend like 10 below always.
Yeah. And setting realistic expectations is the biggest thing. Because I feel sometimes, I think we've gotten clients where they say, well, I went somewhere else and, they told me it was going to be easy and butterflies and rainbows. And then we put an offer and there was multiple offers and I offered 10,000 less and then I didn't get it. But it's one of those situations where it's like, now, can there be an opportunity where you run into a property that's maybe been sitting for 6 months and there's room to negotiate?
Touche.
Boom, you're going to go after it and take them for a ride and get your buyer the best. But in most times, if it's a nice house in a nice area at a good price, you're going to have a lot of competition. So it's unfortunate that some people just kind of like it, they don't get it versus, they understand maybe when some of them need to get burned once before they understand, I feel.
Yeah.
Have you had that?
Yeah.
Where it's like, they'll be like 20 under or 15 under.
Right.
And you're like, all right, hey, we didn't get it. They're like, what happened? And
yeah.
you're like, you know what happened.
What happened. You didn't listen.
Yeah, exactly. So
I've had that happen a bunch of times. So I had that happen one time where, somebody was like, I don't want to work with you anymore. Hey, I got to follow what you got to say. You're not being coachable.
Yeah.
Or I had people that learned the second time around because sometimes it's, necessary to feel that, it's hot. Oh, cuidado. It's hot. It's necessary. But I had both happen to me.
Yeah. And again, it's with the business, I feel sometimes. And how long have you been doing this for?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been going on 8 years. I feel like in the beginning, I took it like as a personal shot. Like, what did I not do or what did I not? But at the end of the day, now it's like, well, we did all we could. And if you still are going to go off and try to do something that's not going to put you in a position to win, what can we do? There's 10 more clients that are coachable that we can help out, right? So your specialties though, multi-units.
Yes.
You do a lot of multi-units.
I do.
You are the queen of multi-units, and you have this catchphrase that I love, love, love. Can you share what it is? The multi-unit.
The multi-unit?
The multi-unit.
It's the multi-unit movement.
There you go.
That's what we do here.
There you go. Yeah, talk to me about that. Why is it, and not for repeat clients or investors. I want people to know, like, Judi specializes in first-time buyers getting into multi-unit properties.
Yes.
Which is not common, because the majority of the time your first-time buyer is going to get like a condo or a single-family home.
Yeah.
Tell me why it's very important that these clients are getting into multi-units.
So it's extremely important because when you buy your first multi-unit and it's your first time, there's two things. One, you put less down. You can use an FHA loan, put 3.5% down. And two, you can get a 2-unit and utilize down payment assistance. Why not? And if you do it the other way versus you getting a single family home and then, I'm going to put 3.5% on a single family home, and you wake up and smell the coffee 2 years down the road and say, I want an investment building. The bank's going to be like 15 to 25% because we already hooked you up the first time. Don't do that. Don't be that person. So obviously people have different needs, but if you go for the multi-unit first, you save money down the line.
Yeah,
so.
It's a huge tool of investments. And I've always, since I've gotten into the business, I've opened my eyes to the power of real estate, not just as a roof over your head, but as an investment tool down the line, right? And this is something that I wish most young people could, and I'm calling the, what does it call, the kettle black or something? Because when I was in my 20s, I wasn't in a position or wanting to buy real estate. But if you start at an earlier age and your first property is a multi-unit, especially with rates coming down, you can have that second tenant in there paying almost 50 to 60% of your mortgage, right?
Yeah.
So in the future, you're not going to live there forever. You leave that unit, you plug another renter there, and now you're paying the mortgage. It's paying the mortgage by itself.
Yeah.
So I've had clients that, they see that, they understand that, but maybe it's not in them to be like, all right, I want to have a tenant, because now you're a landlord, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you a landlord?
Oh, yeah, I am. Thanks to you.
Yeah.
I got my first building through John.
It was a great experience.
Great experience with him.
A+.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the life of a landlord, because it sounds nice, right?
Yeah.
Get a 4-unit, get a 3-unit. You're going to live in one, rent out the other ones. It sounds great.
Yeah.
But let's be real for a second, right? As much as it is great, let's talk about like the uh-ohs, it could be a personal experience or stories. No,
yes.
Please don't name names. Or if you can, tag them, whatever you want.
I won't name no names, okay? I'm not going to put y'all on blast.
Okay.
But I have a few stories about being a landlord. So for example, I had to call a plumber.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say the time because it's currently occupied, okay? But don't be pouring grease down my sink and no wipies down the toilet.
Oh, the wipies.
You know who you are. So that's something, okay, something happens like that. I call my plumber. The tenant's like, I don't do that. No, I never do that. Then my plumber's pulling out wipes after wipes after wipes.
And they got the baby and they're like, that's not me.
No, it's not me. Now, who is it? Casper?
Ain't no babies in here.
Right. Yeah. So that's one incident. But obviously comes with a cost, but you got to do what you got to do as a landlord, because if I don't call the plumber, my freaking pipes are gonna be messed up, and there you go. You're messing up your property that way.
Unexpected maintenance, and a house by itself obviously is gonna have maintenance, but when you have others living in that home, you're gonna run into situations where if you're a renter, you're probably not. Most of them, I like to say, take care of the place, but it's not theirs, and sometimes they're not as careful, right, with wipes and pouring things down the drain.
We have no issues now. They're actually very clean. It's just the wipies and the grease and the line. But anywho,
sure.
You're gonna deal with a bunch of stuff as a landlord. Right. And don't get me started on the people who say, I'm gonna bring this is what did it for me. Somebody said they were gonna just bring one dog to the multi-unit.
Okay.
It ended up being 17. 17 dogs. So right now we're fixing the whole unit, getting it ready because there was 17 dogs there.
There's no way.
Yeah, it's a kettle. They had a kettle.
17. They had a business.
It was running a business.
They had a business in there.
Yeah, and, and then you always get the looks like, why are you kicking me out? Well, 17 dogs. It's a safety hazard.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And I have tenants.
Now, were they like little poodles?
No.
Were they like little like teacup size?
I wish. They were. I think they were like the little bullies and stuff. And oh my God. Woo,
and the smell?
The smell smells so bad. It took a while to get them out, but they moved out gracefully. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know you're watching.
Thank you.
Don't do that to nobody else. But it's
adoption.
Totally
just spread them out.
Totally ruined
17 families.
17 families. And if they ain't selling, stop breeding them. Buy a building. Don't buy dogs. Buy a building.
Better investment. Dogs, not the best investment,
Not the best investment.
Yeah, they're cute. I like dogs, but not
I love dogs. Yeah. But what I have now, my all of my buildings, it's no dogs.
Oh, is that why? I saw a post of yours.
Yeah.
Judi had absolutely no dogs on her Facebook post the one time.
None.
Is that why? Because of that experience?
Yes, because the floorboards smell like pee-pee. You got chew marks on the door. Like the baseboards are yellow. Like what happened here? And the rent was a joke, by the way. So It was one of those things where, oh my God, thank God that we have that situated, but it took a while to get them out.
Oh man, dogs. Okay.
Yes.
Well, those are a couple tidbits. Have you ever had issues with like payments?
Mm-hmm.
With like rent, like, oh, I'll get you, next week, or it's Christmas, or hey, my hours got cut.
We always make them leave. Yeah.
Okay.
We have to leave. You're not paying. We got bills to pay.
Right.
It's Christmas, but this is not Christmas. I'm not Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Bills got to get paid.
Yeah. See, I need someone like you in my life, because I would fall for that story, and I'd be like, all right, next week, and then next week they'd be like, just give me like end of the month. I'd be like, no problem. Like, and they'd be like, oh, it's just that. And I'll be like, no, you're right. Yeah. So I need you to be like, Judi, I need you to come to 123 Main Street right now and collect the.
I'll be up there like, yo, you're gonna get served. Get out. Like, pay me. Like when Rihanna says, but I have my money.
There you go.
But I have my rent money. Like,
yes, but you need that kind of character sometimes if you're gonna have a multi-unit. And again, this might be another piece of advice for someone that's looking to get into multi-unit is that you're going to be dealing with people, and if sometimes you let people walk all over you, next thing you know, they're 3 months, 4 months behind, and you're barely starting the process. And Illinois is I think it's a very tenant-friendly state. So if they get to a point to where they're just like, well, I'm not going to pay you, then it takes a while, right? To like, have you ever had to do evictions?
No, because they know I don't mess around.
Oh, thank goodness.
You got to give that vibe. You got to let them know, like, look, I don't care if your hamster got the flu. You still got to pay your rent. Like, this blows the crap out of me. Like,
not the hamster.
Yeah, not the hamster. But, like, for real, like, it's just common sense. Like, you got to pay your bills. This is not a picnic. This is not... I think setting expectations, if you're looking to be a landlord, you got to set expectations from the get. Like, check their finances, verify income, make sure that they have a stable job, make sure that there's no issues with money. That's why a lot of landlords look at, hey, you got to have 2 to 3 months saved because, God forbid, your hamster does have the flu and passes away. You got money to not work and still pay rent, okay? So, like, it's just setting expectations because a lot of my tenants, the tenants now that I have, they're amazing. They're phenomenal. They know that Judi don't play that. We'll never play that. Give my money.
Hamster, fun fact, hamster funeral is very expensive.
Really?
On the rise, I hear. Yeah, inflation, it's kicking butt. So
$5,000?
Yeah, so
that's where the rent money went.
It's definitely good to make sure they know this up front. So that's good.
And that's why no pets.
No pets?
No pets.
So you're strictly like no pets?
Not pets, no.
No hamster, no goldfish, no little caterpillar in a little cup, science project from school?
No pets. If they don't like it, go find a landlord that's willing to deal with it.
Hey, and you know what? That's your house.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you buy a house. You make the rules.
Yes,
so
you're the
buy
boss.
A house. And going back to the requirements, sometimes it's easier to just apply and get your own house.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. You asked for the same things that I asked my tenants.
I think you asked more.
Yeah, I think I do too. What's your blood type?
Yeah. You asked for medical history and like, let me see your family tree. I just asked for pay stubs and a credit score.
Did you get parking tickets?
That's it.
Oh, just
so,
saying.
yeah, let me see your freaking rap sheet. Let's
I know.
see what comes up.
I truly look. Oh, that's
important.
for real.
That's important. I know.
You never pull background when you're.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Me, I'd be like, oh, you got a ticket in 2001. What happened? No, you were caught carrying what? Like,
let's sit down. Tell me about your life. What happened to you?
Murder. Get out of here.
All right. No. We're gonna.
Yes.
We're not gonna rent to them.
No, heck no.
We're not gonna rent to them.
No.
Agents have a app. Right?
Oh yeah.
What's it called? Is that public? Can the public know about it?
I can't tell.
Is it secret? Is it a secret?
It's a secret, but we know everything.
We know everything.
We know your.
I know. I was
tickets.
talking to an agent the other day,
and
she was talking about it, and she's like, "Yeah, I can know everything about you right now."
Yeah.
I was like, "Pull it up." She starts naming like my cars, like my addresses, like
your addresses,
my
right?
tickets.
Yeah. That me?
I'm like 2005. I was in high school. What do you mean? She's like, "Yeah, it looks like you're going 15 over and I'm like. You know everything.
Yeah.
So
it's safe. So one time I was doing a showing like on some real stuff. Like I was doing a showing in Wicker Park, and before I do any showings, like for rentals, I make them send me an ID, their number, and I look up their number and their ID, and this guy, fraud.
No way.
Gun case. And keep in mind, and he's hitting me up like, hey, can you show me? It's just me. Can you show me this apartment? I said,
at
no,
10:30 at night.
Oh my God.
Come alone.
Yeah, but you know what? I always carry a little bottle of hairspray.
Oh, I thought we were going somewhere else with that.
No,
I always carry a...
No, in the works though. But I carry like a lighter and some hairspray. And nobody's, you're getting torched. You come mess with me. Don't try robbing me. Like, I'm so serious. Like, you got to do what you got to do. A little bottle of hairspray.
So it's like a
carry-on that you can put in your purse so they don't know. And then you have a lighter and then you just, I'm burning your eyebrows. You ain't going to have no lashes, nothing. You gotta act crazy. You gotta be a little crazy.
When the cops question, like, can you describe him? Well, he's got no lashes. He's got no eyebrows.
His hair is gone.
You'll find him easy enough.
He's crying in the bathroom, turning on my shower. No, I'm so serious. It's crazy out there. And that actually, because of that particular system that we use, it could have ended up worse because you hear about realtors getting robbed.
Yeah, there's some articles out there that I've seen.
Tito.
It's very unfortunate. Yeah, and unfortunately we live in a world where people are crazy sometimes.
They kidnap me. They're taking my ass back home because I'm a...
They throw you back.
They're going to take me back to my Korean hair. Take her. I can't do it. Nah.
3 blocks down, they're like, you know what? This is not worth it. Let's just toss her back out.
I think she's got magic powers. She's going to make me explode. Like, no. I pray to God that never happens.
Well, you're safe. I think you're safe. You're good.
Yeah.
As
long as you got a little something.
There you go.
A little something.
I want to switch. As much fun as we're having here, I want to talk about the support you have, because you mentioned you're founder, owner of your company, but just like everything in life, you need a support system. You need a hand.
I need a hand.
Right. So talk to me about your support system, and it turns out it's the love of your life, right?
Yes, the love of my entire life. I'm obsessed and in love with my man.
Yes.
Sorry, I love you, babe.
Should. Shout him out. Shalom.
Baby, shalom. I love you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, concert.
Okay, so my hubby is like, he's my rock.
Yeah.
And he's actually got his own company. And it actually goes side by side with mine. Mine's is need a home. Call me if you need a home. His is need a hand. So it's a handyman business. Okay. And he's just been amazing. Like any client that needs like Ring camera set up or a handyman work, whatever. This man is so talented. He's the one to call. And it's, my resources will always be my client's resources. And that's something that it's honorable too. And say, for example, we have an inspection report and you have things that are like,
yes,
hey, this is concerning. Shalom, what do you think about this? He's going to tell you, hey, that's not too bad, or pull out the deal. It's got termites.
Yeah, foundation, runaway.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's huge, because I remember some deals that we've had where had it not been for him, they probably would have walked away. But that helping hand, that reassurance, right? That, look, the scrape paint, hey, look, this door that's a little bit, we'll help you out, we'll take care of it. And I think it's a pretty awesome, thing to have because it almost acts like some sort of leverage in your business.
It is, yeah.
Because if you have a house that's like FHA or like repairs, things like that, I'm sure you've gotten a lot of deals with just, hey, shalom, hubby, get in there. Let's work some magic, right?
Hurry up before this appraiser comes and start causing stuff,
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, guys.
As long as the appraiser doesn't see it,
yes,
we're good.
Put a little door stopper somewhere.
Yep. Pull some magic. Stand in front of the door like this, like, oh no, excuse me, am I in the way? Sorry. Hey, look that way.
Yep. Sorry, baby.
Lighter spray.
Yeah, lighter spray.
But that's good because that adds a lot more value to you as a realtor.
Yeah.
And nowadays with this new rule implemented,
yes.
and how have your clients responded to that? Do they say, hey, especially because you're heavy on listings too?
I am heavy on
So
listings.
does your seller say, hey, great news, I just heard that I don't got to pay anything?
No, my sellers know that if they ain't paying, that it's going to sit there. So the question is, do you want it to sit there or you want to sell it fast? Because nobody's going to work. Nobody works for free.
Nothing's free.
Nothing is free. Somebody got to get paid somehow. And a lot of these buyers, they have down payment assistance. It's enough that they need closing cost credits for their own deals. So it's like charging, I have a whole lot to say, but I won't go there. But it's like charging them to do this service. I get it, but not, sellers thinking that it's going to be gravy. It's not going to be gravy. You got to, there's got to be some sort of incentive because us realtors, we're the ones who move the property. It's both buyer and seller's agent that move the property. If you don't want your property to move, then don't say it, pay co-op.
Yeah.
So,
and I've already seen that a couple times. Have you seen some listings out there with like 0% or like?
Yeah. My clients will be like, nope, we're not seeing it.
Yeah.
That's it. Good luck. And it's still, there's stuff sitting on the market still.
And it doesn't sell.
It doesn't sell.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why they made these changes. I don't think it was needed, but.
I heard it was a panel of renters.
Yeah. I heard that the group that sued and won now started their own real estate company. Now they want to be realtors. They hated on realtors so bad. Now they're realtors themselves. So
there's a nice place somewhere.
There's a nice place somewhere for people like that, right?
Somewhere.
So
I'm just kidding.
It's a testament to your growth because I think I remember when I first met you, you were with BB Realty. You were kind of like on the rise, and now you are married yet? Not married? Engaged. Do we have a date yet?
No. But it's somewhere in March. We're literally not going. I know. But we're doing honeymoon.
The props that you were just given, Shalom, we need a date.
We need a date, baby.
We need a date. But March? My birthday?
March around, yes.
Okay.
So we're doing we're literally going to elope because we're going to elope and go on an awesome honeymoon.
Is this breaking news? Do people not know?
Y'all know
now. They know now. Surprise, Mom.
Surprise!
When you see this, I'll be married.
Yes, real married. Really married. My name's not going to be Judi Rentas. It's going to be Judi B.
Wait, are you dropping the Rentas?
I'm dropping it because it's cheating if you don't.
Whoa.
I'm taking his whole last name.
That's controversial.
Yeah.
Some girls hyphen, some girls drop.
Not a hyphen, girl.
You dropping.
Nah, all for you, baby. All for you. But it makes no financial sense. You throw a wedding, $20,000, $30,000. In my eyes and Shalom's eyes, it's like, that's another building. Let's just get a really good honeymoon, AKA family moon, because, we're having a relative be nanny in a different room. So him and I can do our own, exploring and stuff.
Yeah.
But it makes no financial sense to us to get a big wedding. Yeah. I would rather spend that money on a building, another building that's going to produce residual income.
Yeah.
You get a wedding, you pay for all that, not knocking anything, but having a wedding is not going to give you residual income. It's going to give you a lot of headaches.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
So
even though they're cool parties, I'm sure you've been to some cool weddings.
Yeah, I was in one. It was beautiful. I love it. They're so cute. But I think being in the field that we're in and being investors and homeowners is...
I feel the same way.
Why?
You could always go I know it's not 100% Mexican, right, on your side, but you could go the Mexican route and have padrinos. You know what that is?
No, I don't, but we're going to Mexico.
So no. So padrinos is a term that we use to make people feel important when we ask them for money to pay for our party.
Padrino, give me $100.
So you'll have a padrino for your wedding cake. That means someone's going to pay for your wedding cake.
Stop.
We'll have a
real?
padrino for the DJ. That means someone's going to pay the tab for the DJ. We have a padrino for the open bar. You might have maybe like 2 or 3 because that might get a little pricey. But you have 2 or 3 people that are going to chip in for the. And then at the day of your wedding.
For real, Johnny?
You never heard about this?
No, I thought it was godmother, godfather. I was like, okay.
No.
Compay. So
I mean, they could be it, right? But
Right.
and then the day of your wedding, you take like 15 minutes to thank everybody. So you have to be there with your hubby, and you're like, gracias a Maria, Griselda, a Eric, a Jordado, a Judi, a Johnny, gracias por todo el apoyo. You know, like you have to. That's what it is, and I've seen it be done like that. So. Maybe we'll put that as like a plan B, right? You'll go elope and you do that thing, but if in the future you want to set up like a big party, just hit me up. I'll get you that list.
Let's
Just give me
do
give me a list of your family tree.
Yes.
And with their phone numbers, and I'll be like,
You call them up.
I'll just start hitting them up. And
Please
we'll get it's like a fundraiser.
Yeah, let me know. I do want to throw like a party though, because we're that's something that we want to do too. Like when we come back, hey guys, we want to we do want to celebrate with family.
Yeah,
but we ain't paying no $30,000. We see you guys all the time.
Yeah,
we love you guys, but we see you guys all the time.
Plus, it's more for them. I feel
it's more for them, and we have kids. Maybe if it was Shalom and I, maybe but we have 2 little girls. It's like I want to do a family moon if that's something, and I feel like if I'm gonna go out, he's gonna go out to see the world. They deserve that too.
Sure.
And
talk to me about your little ones.
I love them. They're so
How many
cute.
you got?
I got 2.
You got 2 little ones?
Yes.
What are the names?
So Mila Rose, she is the sweetest, and Eileen Mia. My babies are so funny.
How old are they?
They're Mila's 6, and then Eileen just turned 4. 4. I know.
Oh man.
You know the flauta dance, the little.
That's what she does?
I can't do it here. Yeah, but she does. I'm like, how you learn that? Like, she's really good. Like, she can look at, like, a dance and mimic the dance. And she's only 4. I said, Mommy, look. You know? I love being a mom.
Yeah.
Love it. They're my, like...
Is that your why?
They're my why. They're my why everything. They're the reason why I do anything that, I do. I love them. I feel like I was meant to be a mom. And it's just watching them grow is, like... Don't make me cry.
Yeah.
So I love my babies.
And is she in school already?
Yes. Miss Popular.
How's she like it? Oh, she's popular.
Hey, social butterfly.
She walks out with all her friends.
Yes. They call her Baby Judi.
Nice.
She's Baby Judi. She's a sweetheart. There's like, she will be friends with anybody. Yeah. Even like, she doesn't stand for bullying or nothing like that.
Okay, so she's a nice girl.
She's a very nice girl. She likes to stick up for what's right. She's I love her.
Good.
I'm a little worried about Eileen.
Uh-oh.
Eileen, I'm going to get calls like, your daughter, no, I'm just kidding. She's sweet, but don't mess with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one is the more...
She's got a little temper on her then.
She does.
Yeah?
She does.
Wonder where she gets it from.
I don't know. Shalom.
Stop. Shalom is the sweetest, nicest, most chill dude I've ever met. Yeah. So it's not Shalom.
It's definitely me. But I'd rather have girls that are bold and, outspoken.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And I was raised that way, clearly. So what I've been raised to is like, never have hair in your tongue. Like, if you're going to say something, my dad, he's very Puerto Rican, say it with your chest. If you're going to say something, say it with your chest, mean what you say, be big on holding your word. Like, those are values that I truly, that's, I love. So
yeah, and you implement that in life and in business and
everywhere.
It's gotten you places.
Keeping it 100 too. Hey, you can't afford this. Hey, this makes no sense. Hey, this has foundational issues. Like, keeping it 100 is just not like a description. It's a lifestyle. Right. For me and Shalom, like, we like to keep it blunt. We're extremely blunt. Yeah. And that's why we do so well.
And it's like, I feel like you guys balance each other out. Like yin and yang, right?
Yes.
So it could be sometimes like you come in and like, but then Shalom's like, listen, what Judi meant to say was... Judi, what she really means is that, but that's how it works out. So I'm glad it's working out. It's great to see you kind of rise as you've been rising and just see your growth in real estate. You've definitely accomplished a lot in a short period of time, and that's something that it's not very easy to do. And people from the outside looking in might be like, oh, well, she probably had it easy. She probably, but the grind is daily. And my advice to you is definitely keep that trajectory going, and don't forget to just kind of look back a little bit and kind of like give thanks, right? For all your accomplishments, take it all in, you know, time flies with your family. And that's one thing I've always liked about you is that you make it known when it's family time and when it's business time. And a lot of people in our industry are scared to do that. A lot of people are scared to have their clients think that I'm not working right now. I'm at a beach. I you know, and you see it all the time. You see people post like at the pool, but still working. I got my laptop with me, and it's like, bro, just chill. Just take it easy. Take a little nap. Relax. Relax the muscles. Relax. You know.
Because how are you gonna come correct and be your, you know, give your clients 100% when you're not taking time for yourself?
Can I ask you, were you always like that, or did something happen to where it's like, you know what, this is unnecessary, like burnout that I'm getting, like.
Oh
yeah.
No, I was like that in the beginning. It
like
was
just every day.
You know how I work.
Yeah.
I work.
Yeah.
You don't know until you know. You're like that too.
Yeah.
You were like that too for a little bit. So, no, it was like that. And in my health, I started getting more anxiety. I love people, right? I felt like, I don't know if this makes sense. And it's like, you know, like when you feel like you people too much.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been peopling too much. And it's like I get home and I give my babies, you know, at a time I was giving my babies the worst of me, the scraps after dealing with people and working and putting everything else first. And literally what's more important to me, which is family. And it should be important to you. That's number one. But like I started seeing myself burn out. I've been dealing with, mommy, why do you work so much? Mommy, why can't we do this? And it's like, this is not a 9 to 5 job, you know, 9 to 5 job. This is a 25, it's 24/7, but 25, 8 days a week type job. Like there is no days off. So you literally got to put your foot down and say, okay, you know, I'll talk to you between this time and this time. Those who respect it, they respect it. Those who don't, you know, I feel like God will always provide. You know, you lose 2 clients, you lose 1 client, you're going to get 3.
Yeah.
And 3 that are going to respect your time. So.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
So when I started seeing that on Facebook, I would see from the 15th through the 19th, I will be unavailable. It is family time. And when I saw it, I'll be honest, when I first saw it, I'm like, oh. Judy, we're going to lose some clients, girl. What you doing? What you mean you're not available? Like, what do you mean? I wanted to post underneath, but I am. Hit me up, you know? Like, but the way you just explained it makes perfect sense. Those that will respect your time will respect your time. Those that don't want to, good. Oh, that's fine too.
Yeah.
They could go. So if one goes, two will come in. So that's one of the biggest things that I feel is something that a lot of the newer agents need to learn.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to all of a sudden get busy, right?
Yeah.
You put the work in, you get the results, but this is a job, like you said, it's every single day. And if you let it kind of overtake you, then you're going to burn out pretty quick.
Yeah.
You know, even if you are successful, because you can put the work in and get the results, but you take time off, you spend time with your family, you live a balanced life, and you're still producing, you're still closing, you're still helping family. So that's huge. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so lastly, I want to kind of just end the episode with your local community, right? What areas do you? I mean, obviously you're everywhere, but
I'm everywhere.
You're
like the wind.
you primarily live in what area? Do you like service or live in around? Or
So I am in Franklin Park.
Okay.
So all Chicago, everywhere Chicago. I'm a Chicago gal, but I live in Franklin Park. So surrounding areas, areas.
So we always like to kind of shout out local businesses that people that are watching should like go visit, patronize, give them a shot.
Okay.
What's on your list here?
Okay, first of all, I have 2. Can I do 2?
Absolutely.
They're dear to me.
Yeah.
One is Araceli's Bakery on Franklin. Ooh, they make the best conchas.
Yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
I love them. Like if it's just they're so good, they're so
conchas.
cute. I love them, and they're only like 50 cents.
Now, is this like a Mexican concha?
It's a
or is this
Mexican
more like
one.
Okay.
A Mexican, and it's not a hard concha. It's like a really soft one.
Oh, right out the oven.
Oh, the best. They even got like horchata lattes and all that stuff. It's a small business, but they're so cute, so sweet.
Nice. So check them out.
Yes. You guys got to check them out. They're on Franklin Boulevard. The best conchas. Like, try them out.
Nice.
And they got some, what is it? What is that? Oh my God. Don't get.
What is it?
Champurrado.
Champurrado.
Am I saying it right?
Oh, yeah. Champurrado.
They have bomb champurrado. And if I messed with dairy, I would be drinking it every day.
Oh, you're lactose intolerant?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
get the
bubble gut.
You get the bubbles.
I get the bubble gut.
But every now and then it's worth it, right?
It's worth it, especially if it's with them. They have the best. I I cheat a little bit, just a little bit. They have really good champurrado.
Nice.
And then my second shout out will be to Sisterly Sweets.
Sisterly Sweets.
She was a client of mine. Her name is Claudia Santiago.
Okay.
She makes the best dipped anything. Like, she's the dipping queen. Yes. And she's in Dunning. Taffy grapes.
Taffy grapes.
Yes. Taffy grapes. Whatever you want to dip your stuff in.
So like the apple, like those apples, like the fruits and the strawberries.
Yes.
So what are the flavors like?
She does like nuts on them, like caramel and nuts. Oh. She does white chocolate and nuts or no nuts if you're a nut person, whatever. She has chocolate covered strawberries. She does like liquor sometimes in the strawberries. They're really cute. Love them. Nice. And then she also does butter cookies, which I got to place an order.
Butter cookies, that sounds good.
It's like the old school ones, the fat ones. Mm-hmm. Woo! She makes them so good.
Yeah.
They're deadly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll put their info up there and I might take you up on that. You're a sweets person then.
I am.
Like desserts and, you know?
And fruits. I love fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must have a workout regimen to keep,
I fast. From 8 a.m., I don't eat nothing till like dinner. And during the day, I snack little here, little there.
Yeah.
But I like to fast.
Okay. Fasting's huge.
Yes.
I might take you up on that because winter's coming, and us gorditos get more gordito during the winter. So
I was gordita. I was suffering.
Were you?
Yes, I was suffering. It was hard. It wasn't easy. Shalom and I both do it, but let me tell you, you feel a difference. But let me tell you, fasting, now your body gets used to it. And my stomach is like, before I'll be...
So you get full faster now?
I get full faster.
Really?
One pork chop does it for me. Versus like
Judi,
2,
stop.
3.
I've seen you at Chamagaucha. I've seen you at Texas to Brazil. All right, let's not front here.
Oh, I can eat, but I haven't been there in such a long time.
Really?
But
all right, we gotta
my
go
God.
again. We gotta make a trip.
I'll do it. I'll cheat on my fasting.
This is the most. You just brought a story to me. The most hilarious. We were at the Brazilian steakhouse, and obviously, if you've been there, they bring you the meats, right? And I remember, like, by the third time they brought meat around, you kept saying no, and then you're like, I'm gonna keep saying no until you bring over the pork chops,
the
lamb chops. I'm gonna keep saying no until you bring over the lamb chops. Can we just get a special order of lamb chops? 3 guys with plates full of lamb chops, and they're like, and it wasn't just you. It was you, your husband, and your 2 little ones, and they're just like, tick, 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 tick. And I'm sitting there with my meat, and I'm like, is it all you're getting? You're like, hell yeah, this is the best. Here, try some. He throws them at me. I'm like, they're good.
They were oh my God, it's so good. My daughters be like, I like lamb chops.
It was a lamb chop party.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
But now you only eat one.
Nah.
And you're full.
I like lamb
One
chops.
plate full, maybe.
One plate, one slam.
Just one lamb. That's
Give
it.
me the whole stick. Like, whenever they be like, oh, here's one, I'd be looking at them like, are you serious? Look at me. I look like I can eat. Give me like 4 of them mugs. I will do it for the lamb chops.
But we'll fast for like 2 days before.
2 days.
And then
I'll be okay.
We'll chow down.
I have a stomach ache and everything, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it'll be worth it. And then we'll get some desserts. Then you'll get, the bubbles after.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it at the end of the day.
And that fried queso too, so good. I don't think they call it that. But
What is it? Fried queso?
Fried queso. It's like the quesito.
Oh.
They grill it and then they put
Like the queso fundido?
I think so, but it's the one that they walk around in Fogo sometimes and they be like, look at it. It's like cheese that was like grilled, but actually cheese. They put honey on it. But I learned a hack though. When you eat too much, drink some hot tea.
And then there's space.
And there's space. It like burns.
It melts the food.
Decomposes it faster.
It melts the food and you're like, I feel hungry again.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how you get room for dessert.
Wow. I think I have that hack daily.
For real? Yeah, it's like, but it's good. That's why do you eat desserts after?
Yeah.
Because it makes room.
So one thing about me, there's always room for dessert.
Oh, there you go.
Always room for dessert.
Yeah.
They bring, can I, yes. Before the waiter even finishes the sentence, yes, please bring the menu.
Bring all of them.
And then, yes, I was just going to say that. When there's like 4 options, you're like, I just want a bite out of each of them.
Yes, that's the best way. And then you
Just
take it
one
home.
bite. I just want to try it. And then, see, we're over here. I get judged for that. Can you tell the people that's not a weird thing to do?
Don't make me bring out my lighter.
To order the entire dessert menu.
No, it's not the worst thing. That's smart. You get
Yeah.
the best of all worlds. Don't come for him. He's not weird.
Yeah.
I'm like that too.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm gonna call you for my dessert orders and for my pick up the rents.
Let me
days.
know.
So you'll have to come to Joliet here and there.
Yeah, they gonna know. They gonna know about me.
Oh man. Well, again, thank you so much for making the time. I know you live in Buffalo compared to where we are, so thanks for making the time. Any last tidbits? I know we missed the one about cars. You want to tell people about cars real quick?
I hate car notes. Don't you dare. If you don't have a car note, don't get one. It's going to stop you from getting a building. And if you must get the new car, wait till after you close. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
Yes. So we buy the house first, then the car. So awesome.
That part.
Judi, thank you so much for coming on, girl. You've been great.
Thank you.
You definitely will come on in the future. I feel this episode is going to be a big hit. So give Shalom my best, and I'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you.
And that wraps up another episode of The Final Walkthrough. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Let's go! Yo, this is amazing.